This is what's happening today in a wrap of the week. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
Former President Jacob Zuma squared off against state advocate Billy Downer and journalist Karen Maughan in the Pietermaritzburg High Court today. Last September, Zuma served the two with summonses to appear in court for private prosecution over his claims that the state leaked Maughan what he deems to be a confidential doctor's note during the course of his arms deal corruption trial, which Downer is the lead prosecutor on. Last month, the Pietermaritzburg High Court set aside the summonses as unlawful, but Zuma has since filed a notice of intention to appeal against the order handed down, effectively suspending it. Downer and Maughan have now approached the court on an urgent basis in a bid to have the order declared immediately enforceable, though. Accusing singer Zandile Khumalo of covering up Senzo Meyiwa's murder and dramatic revelations from neighbours and friends the night the Bafana captain was killed.
Lambertus Steyn previously testified that several calls were made to Kelly Khumalo's phone from a number linked to Fisoguhle Ntuli. Ntuli is one of the 5 men on trial for Meyiwa's murder. Steyn says the first call was made in August 2014 and then another in October 2014, just days before the shooting. While it's understood both calls lasted less than 2 minutes, it's unclear if there are any records of the content of the alleged conversation. Steyn further told the court that the data on Khumalo's phone was deleted several hours after Meyiwa's murder. The soccer star was in a relationship with Khumalo when he was killed at her mother's home. Nogukhanya Mdambo, Eyewitness News.
Too dangerous to be granted bail? What are the many debates around the behaviour of Paul Mashitila's security detail after their violent attack on 3 men was caught on camera?
All 8 of the accused men have submitted affidavits to court explaining why they should be released on bail. Except for the personal circumstances, their affidavits are pretty much the same, insofar as the men said what actually happened during the day is not actually assault, but is actually them doing police work and subduing people who were posing a threat to the Deputy President of South Africa. Thabiso Goba, Eyewitness News.
As moves take place to save our relationship with AGOA, the trade deal with the US, President Cyril Ramaphosa is in Moscow this week, his second visit in just over a month. He's attending another Russia-Africa summit, and this comes after he convinced Vladimir Putin not to travel to South Africa next month for the BRICS summit due to the international arrest warrant that's out for him.
It is our hope that constructive engagement and negotiation can bring about an end to the ongoing conflict between the Russian Federation and Ukraine.
A coup took place in Niger. Soldiers there announced a coup on national television in the West African country. They say they've dissolved the constitution, suspended all institutions and closed the nation's borders. Niger President Mohamed Bazoum has been held by troops meant to protect him from the presidential guard since yesterday.
La mauvaise gouvernance économique et sociale réaffirme.
We've reached the business end of the group stages of the FIFA World Cup. For more on what to expect, here's TK.
It was a case of so close yet so far for Banyana. They took a 2-0 lead against Argentina, but only managed a 2-2 draw in their second group game. That result does mean they record their first ever point at a FIFA Women's World Cup. However, they'll have to wait and see if they stand any chance of reaching the knockout rounds at this tournament. Italy and Sweden, who are the top 2 in the group, play each other on Saturday morning. In other results from Friday, we saw England take a step closer to reaching the last 16. They claimed a 1-0 win over Denmark. For China, they claimed a 1-0 win over Haiti, despite playing most of that game with 10 players. Over the weekend, we can look forward to 7 matches at the FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, including the top-of-the-table clash between football powerhouses Brazil and France. And then the third round of group games take place. Those ones will fully determine who advances to the knockout rounds. Some of the clashes involve co-host New Zealand and the Matildas of Australia. Thalagile Mganga, Eyewitness News Sport.
And that's it from me. Have a good weekend. See you again on Monday.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.